Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode with Tea Time with Ronna Mercer. Today I have another guest host. Guess who we have? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, hello, y'all. My name is Matt, aka Niko. I have been friends with this one for a long time, and I'm ready to get messy. Let's go.
Oh, bitch. And we're going to tell everyone how we first met. It's going to be a fucking shit show. Trust me. Do you want to tell them where you're from originally and kind of give them a little bit background about you?
Yeah, of course. So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I've been an LA resident for about 5 years now, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I got to give myself like a gold star every time I'm here for a year.
I'm
But
telling you,
I'm a
bitch.
music producer. I'm also a songwriter. Oh yeah, it's the gold. I need to get myself like a chart. I
I'm
swear.
telling you, bitch. You know what? You're gonna be topping the fucking charts because that's what it is. Like we said, this is go fucking time. We're gonna make shit happen, and that's all what it's about. Period. With a T.
It
Yes.
already know.
Uh, yeah. So you pretty much you do you want to elaborate a little bit more like about your music and like what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. So I come from the hip hop world. So like I like to produce like rap music and do like trap beats and stuff like that. And then I'm also a huge R&B stan too. So I like to sing and do a lot of writing too. So I kind of came out here with the intention of getting into the music scene, and that's exactly what I did. Um, I've been working with other artists and writing other songs since I got here, but over the last 4 months, really, things have been kind of taken off a lot. I started a producer duo project called Boss Machine. We're dropping our first album soon with a bunch of artists that we met in the LA scene that are starting to pop off as well. And I started this with Austin Love. Shout out to him. He's the shit.
Shout out Austin.
But yeah, we came here. I came here with a goal, and I'm shooting for it, and that's that on that. You already know the deal. So
You know, it's I'm gonna let you give them a backstory of how we met, but just to see how much we have like
okay.
made progress in like the last 3 years. Do you remember when we first met? Remember all those bitches that we used to talk to? Remember it was a whole group of them, a whole group, and something on this show,
Oh,
y'all. Yes. And remember, okay, because you know I love giving names, bitch. I'm hella messy when it come down to that. I told you guys these shows are gonna get a lot more messier. So we were friends with okay, let's name these bitches out. Kip. Remember me, bitch? Vinny. You remember me, bitch? Who else? Your audio went out. Can you hear me?
Chavez.
Okay,
Oh, did it
okay.
go out?
Yeah, your audio went out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, bitch.
Okay, good. I was like, bitch. I was like, I made sure we're on the
Yeah, I
same
can hear
page.
you.
Okay, yeah, because for some reason, even with my
Right.
last, it was kind of like lagging. So I just want to make sure everything is on point. Yes, like Nastasia, all of them, girl. And what's so crazy about it is we're no longer friends with none of them. None of them. It's literally just
No,
down to us two.
none.
And and we are out of the whole group the most successful ones. Like, bitch, we've been doing the damn thing. I'm running multiple businesses. I am literally starting a podcast. I have multiple guest stars coming up over the next few weeks. I am booked and fucking busy, and you are doing the same fucking thing. By the way, guys,
Oh my God. Since October, it's literally every week, every day, session, songwriting session with Austin to get stuff done, going out to school night and all these other events to network with other artists. We met all these artists and producers and everything. So it's just been like crazy busy, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people get like sucked up in this whole like LA entertainment bubble and they be like going out to bars and stuff like that. and talking about all this stuff, but it's like they don't be doing it during the week and everything. It's like, okay, back to my like, girl.
Exactly. It's so many bitches that go out every fucking night. First off, back in the day, we used to go out all the fucking time. But the thing about it is with us, we changed. We're making shit happen. These bitches are literally going out every fucking day, spending their fucking rent money, have fucking 420 credit scores, have these roaches twerking in their kitchen. These bitches are just not doing anything for themselves. At least we can say we're out trying to make shit happen. Bitch, exactly. All this shit is happening. Your audio still is kind of going out.
Girl.
A little bit. Your audio is still kind of going out.
Yours is too a little bit.
This fucking ghetto ass fucking internet.
I'm
girl.
like, what is going on with this?
Okay,
I know, right?
Can you
yeah,
hear
this
me?
is better.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, so literally, I was just thinking about all the shit that we have been through over the fucking years. Like, bitch, if we learned anything, the pandemic showed us people's true colors. We learned about every fucking body.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me. Literally, I was just thinking
everybody. I mean, everybody.
Yes. I remember back in 2020 when everything shut down. Remember at the time, I was still friends with Vinny at the time, and how things just kind of went left real quick. And this is not even me like talking shit about him, but shit went left real quick. But also, too, my thing is I didn't too much care about him is because he tried to make everything a fucking competition. First off, bitch, with me, it's never a fucking competition. I am the star. Everyone knows this. I have done things that bitches could never fucking do. I am very known for that. So, like I told you on this show, I will be calling people out. The more I get, more episodes I get behind me, bitch, it's gonna get more messier and messier. So I'm ready. Like, bitch,
girl, I can't wait. I'm over here watching everything already. Like, woo, girl.
You
are not ready for this one.
They are not ready at all. So,
girl.
Let me ask you a question.
But you're not wrong. Like,
go ahead.
I don't talk to none of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't talk to nobody. Literally the only person that I still talk to really is Austin and you. And it's what's funny is like during the pandemic, like you was one of the only people that reached out to me and vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's like I already knew from the start since we met that like you were that one. You know what I mean? But it's kind of crazy though. Like we really were going out all the time. Like, girl, I saw you so much and I was fucked up. Bitch, I was off the bean and everything, bitch. Like
First off, exactly.
Girl, I was a mess.
And yeah, we all were, bitch. My thing is, things have changed so much, even just thinking about it, because I was so close with that person who I just mentioned his name, and just see how things just went left. And now I'm on a completely different path. My life is so much better. I am striving. I have so many friends. One thing about me, I might be hella fucking messy, but at the same time, if I fuck with you, you know I fuck with you. I'm not no fake ass bitch. I don't talk shit behind your back.
I'm the same way.
I see it. I just literally call it the way I see it. Remember when you were living in that apartment? Remember that one bedroom apartment y'all were living in? Bitch, it was one time me and Kip had went over there.
Oh my fucking God, bitch.
Bitch, that apartment needed to be burnt down, first off. That bathroom had my ass itching,
Hell
bitch.
yeah, I'm surprised it still ain't.
I know. I told Kip.
Oh my God, it was so fucking bad.
I know. I had told Kip. I said,
bitch, for real. And you know what's funny? Bitch, they was always like, why don't you ever home? I'll be like, look at this motherfucker. That's why I ain't ever home. Shit, I'm holding that bitch to sleep.
Girl, exactly. And I'm like,
no.
Go ahead.
Bitch,
it's kind of like
that motherfucker would have been the reason that whole building would be condemned, bitch. Especially with them two motherfuckers in there.
Bitch, what they need to do is they need to fucking burn that whole building down. That apartment needs to be burned down first.
You know what's really funny too is that my friend goes there all the time. I was like, oh yeah, I used to live there, but bitch, like that place. I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I ain't in that motherfucking no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about glow up of the century, though, right?
Girl, oh my God, we have came up so much. I even remember back in the day, before I had before I grew out my hair. Remember, I used to be that little bald little twink, and now I have a whole body. I have full head of hair. I have a mustache. I have it all. But then before, bitches thought that they can just kind of walk over me. I'm actually a lot nicer than I was before. The old me, bitch, if you'd have knew me, I would call you out left and right. I still do. Well, no, you know what? I'm literally being a hypocrite.
But that's my favorite thing about you. We'd be up in the club and stuff like that, and then you'd be like, there go Harriet Tubman.
Bitch, I literally brought him up in my first episode. Yes, bitch, he is that motherfucker.
Bitch, I was screaming when I saw that.
Well, remember
that motherfucker over here watching it.
I don't know if it was you, if you was there with me, but we were at the club and we ran into this person that looked just like Harriet Tubman because I have a video of it, and I'm like, I was like, there go Harriet Tubman,
oh my
bitch.
God.
I still bring that person up. I'm like,
that had me fucking floored.
By the way, everyone, I brought up in my first episode, I had talked a little bit about Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman is a bitch who I don't like. And like I told you once before, I'm not making fun of Harriet Tubman. This person just looks like Harriet fucking Tubman. Like, bitch, he paid the way just like she did.
No, like literally every history book photo.
Every history book, bitch.
Like painting of her, everything. That bitch looked just like her.
Looks just like her. But to be honest with you, Harriet Tubman
that bitch twerking in trunks.
I know. And you know what's so crazy? Because he used to be friends with my friend Victor. And one thing I didn't like about him, he would get so jealous, like when his friends would hook up with his friends. He was such a jealous person. I didn't like that because me and one of his friends hooked up back in the day. And this motherfucker tried so hard to break us apart. The motherfucker was a loser anyways, which I had cut him a loose. But the problem was, he tried so hard to just keep his friends away from his other friends. But here's the thing where he was a hypocrite, and I would call him out. He would try to sit there and try to fuck his friends. How you gonna tell your other friends not to fuck, and then you try to fuck your friends? Like, girl, first off, you're ugly as hell. Ain't nobody trying to fuck you. So get out of here. You ugly as hell. Like, girl, only thing he had going for him, allegedly, from what I heard, he has a big dick. And as well, I told him in my first episode, but he tried to sleep with my roommate. My roommate tried to sleep with him. I brought up my first episode, bitch. I was like, none of you hoes my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bitch. I'm telling you, it was.
I can't be doing that.
No, exactly. I don't be fucking with my friends.
I always stay away from. Yeah, I always stay away from groups like that because they all hang out in groups and stuff like that. But as soon as I find out they're all hooking up with each other and stuff like that, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, a friend means a fucking friend to me, bitch. Okay,
that's what I'm
saying.
Trying
to do all that extra shit. No, I got my own stuff to worry about. Okay,
I'm telling you,
and I have men.
That part that is never going to change, bitch. I'm like, my inbox stay full. I'm like, just saying, bitch. When I get to New York, it's over for these hoes. It's gonna be Carrie from Sex in the City.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first off, I'm Samantha. All my friends know I'm Samantha in the group. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say I'm Samantha as fuck too. I said I'm gonna come visit you and we're gonna burn that whole city down.
Bitch, exactly. We're gonna start out from the get. I mean, from the start. And not only that, we're gonna get rid of these fucking rats.
You already know.
You already fucking know,
right? You moving away from the rats that live here to the rats that be out in the streets over there.
Girl, I'm telling your ass about it. I was just thinking about this. What I just thought about? So I remember that time. It was during the pandemic. And if you're watching this, Kip, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I like you. I love you as a person. But bitch, you broke my fucking couch. So I got to call your ass out behind it. So this is what happened. Back in 2020, when everyone was supposed to be in the fucking house.
Bitch, you broke my couch.
Bitch, yes, he did. So I invited 11 people at my house. My friend Jonathan, my friend Kevin. I miss Kevin. Kevin, he moved away. He moved to my hometown of Dallas. And I
Oh,
invited my
Kevin was
neighbors.
so much fun. Shout out to Kevin.
Yes. Yes. Shout out to Kevin if you're seeing this. I have to like reach out to him and tell him to watch this episode. So him and his cousin Jonathan and our other friends had made tacos, and I invited my neighbor over, Max. I invited my other neighbors over. They were like two college kids. They were really really sweet. They moved away, and now my neighbor next door, bitch, I can't stand him. But so Kip had came over, and it was like late at night, and I'm like, bitch, everyone was hella drunk. And you know, I have in my living room, you've been over my house, I have a huge, like, white sectional couch. So we were all drinking, and Kip was sitting at the end of the couch. And Kip, you know your ass do not need to be sitting at the end of the fucking couch. I kept seeing the couch just go up. I'm like, why is it going up? Bitch, this is when I knew the party was over, everyone. The couch literally said, boom. Went straight to the ground. That bitch had broke. And not only that, bitch, he didn't even offer to try to pay for it, which I don't mind, bitch. I'm not a broke bitch. I pay for it. But the problem is, you didn't even try. Like, it was the person part. I was like, you know what? I just got to be careful.
He didn't even try?
No, bitch, not at all. Didn't even try to, like, help. And like I told you, on this show, bitches will be...
Look, for all y'all watching, if you break it, you buy it, bitch. Like that's like a golden rule, number one. You break something at someone's house, you buy that shit.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what friends do. I'm the type of friend, if I do something like that, I'm going to keep apologizing and I'm going to try to like get it fixed. I would do that. I'm the type of friend, I make sure my friends get home. Like two of my good friends, I love them to death. Jay and Chris, every time they come down to LA to see me, they live in Bakersfield. I make sure these bitches are taken care of. These are my kids. I love them to death. I'm really good when it comes down to my friends. I'm very down to earth. Everyone knows that. But at the same time, when you're doing something wrong, just admit it. I do it all the time. If I'm wrong on something, I'm going to just call it out the way I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Bitch,
girl, that just remind me of like you remember we go out, we'd be out in the club and everything, and then suddenly a certain somebody in the group, I don't know if you want to name the motherfucker or not, just be leaving. They just leave in a huff and puff.
Bitch, I'm trying to. First off, if I knew the name, I would call them out.
A certain someone who keep popping up and adding you on all the dating apps, bitch.
Matt, bitch. You're talking about Matt. Girl, exactly. Okay, Matt has this with Matt. Matt loves black men, which is completely fine. So Matt has tried to like get at me on multiple times on fucking Grindr. He's tried to hit me up on Tinder. He's tried to hit me up on Hinge, on all the fucking dating apps. Like, boy, first off, that house was nasty as fuck. I do not deal with dirty ass men. No, not at all. So stop hitting me up, bitch. Find someone else. It's not me. No, not at all. Like, girl, just a mess. But yes, I remember because he used to always fucking leave to go like hook up with some random guy. Bitch, your friends are a mess. They are a hot ass fucking mess.
Girl, that ain't my friend.
I say this to everyone. I'm like, not anymore, bitch. Not anymore, but at the time. So let's get more into the topic.
Girl, we was all messy as hell.
It was a hot ass mess. I'm like, girl, looking at myself, I'm like, ooh, look at this chest. This is what you call going to the gym and looking good, bitch.
Ooh, come on now.
And it's like glowing.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So let's get into like the topic we're going to be talking about today. So we already discussed it like earlier today. First thing first, how do you feel about people in LA pretending to be something they're not? How do you feel about the overall? Because I have my opinion on it, and I just want to hear yours.
You know what's crazy? I was just talking about this yesterday with Gohar. Shout out to Tunes Gohard. I love you. Greatest promoter in the city if you don't know her. But my whole thing is like, I'm from Detroit. and everyone is real as hell where I'm from. Like, you don't have to like think about like ulterior motives. You don't like, if people say they do something, they do it. They don't talk about it, they be about it where I'm from. And I noticed
Same,
after like
bitch.
coming here that like not everyone is like that.
No.
And so especially in WeHo. All right. So like here's the thing I noticed about WeHo. WeHo is nothing but a bunch of peacock ass bitches, right? They will just say whatever they can say to hook their claws into you, and bitch, they will bleed your ass dry. They
And
will
then and
bleed
leave.
your ass dry. Yeah, and leave like nothing's happened. And you know what's crazy? It's like I can tell. Like I've been doing what I do and what I say I do for so long that I can tell if someone's bullshitting or not, because I don't even like to be saying what I do when I go out. Like I know the person who asks the question is probably the person who don't be doing shit.
Every fucking time, bitch. Every fucking time. I definitely agree with you on that. Girl, it just people in LA are just so full of
Mm-hmm.
shit. And that's something I'm slowly realizing. That's why I can't wait. People tell me all the time, they're like, oh, New York's the same. Bitch, New York is not the same at all. The East Coast men are so much better. Because the
Mm-hmm.
people out here on the West Coast, and this is something that me and my friend Eddie talk about all the fucking time. Like, just shout out Eddie, by the way. I love you, bitch. Right now, my friend Eddie, he's recording his first music video. So I'm so proud of him. He's doing the damn thing. I'm
Oh
happy for
hell
my
yeah!
yeah, I'm like literally, and
Let's
I've been
get
trying to
it.
yes, and I've been trying to push him to do it, and he's there. I'm like, I'm so proud of him. Like he's doing the damn thing. But what I was trying to say is, I noticed in LA, it's a lot of fucking people who are very flaky. The guys, literally, they'll make plans, and then like at the last fucking minute, they'll cancel, or they just won't show up at all. I'm like, I'm the type of person, if I'm going to
Yep,
cancel,
that
I'll
part.
let you know ahead of
That
time.
part.
Yeah, and if it's a really
Right,
emergency,
I will too. It's like
okay.
common courtesy, not existent here.
Yeah, exactly. Because if for me, if it's really an emergency, I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I will find some way to make it up to you. But not everyone thinks like how I think. You know, that's something
Mhm.
I've learned to realize. Like living out here in LA, I've learned that. So, but overall, these people
I
are
felt that in
not
my
it.
spirit.
No, these people in this city are not it at all. And I'm like, I'm sick of it. And then not only that, especially
Mm-hmm.
with me bartending in West Hollywood, I call bitches out on their bullshit. And people hated that, especially when I worked at Mickey's.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my coworkers did not like me, especially the bitches who were working there forever, because I would call them out. And that's a problem. No one else will call them out. They hate when you can call them out on their bullshit. Not me, bitch. I will continue doing that to the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I would be, if I'm known to be the villain or whatever, so be it. But at the same time, I'd rather be true to myself. And bitch, at the end of the night, I still sleep good. So you can say what you want to say about me. Bitches talk shit about me
Yep.
all the fucking time. But
That
bitch,
part.
guess what? I still do me. My business is doing really well. And that's all that fucking matters. I sleep perfect, bitch. So period on that. Period. Tit.
Yeah.
You know that's a word.
Booked and busy bitch.
But
That reminded me of a
fucking
story too. I one time like I was at I was at Avalon in Hollywood, and there was an event that was going on. It used to happen there a lot. Now it's somewhere else, I think, or whatever. But so I was there with a friend. I won't mention my friend.
Mhm.
But I met an ex of my friend, and it's someone who actually like does what they say they do. But it was funny because like the greeting itself was fake, and this was after like I say like
Hate
this
that
is after
shit.
my first year in LA, like being able to see that shit from like far away, right? And so we walk up, and my friend introduces me, and uh like hypes me up and everything too, like, oh, like he's a really dope music producer, blah blah blah, like does this whole thing. And then the funny part is that the intro was shade from my friend because this is his ex. And so he was like, oh yeah, this is insert name here, we fucked a couple times.
That's LA for you,
But
bitch.
then the best part about that that was the most fake ass fucking, like, he was like, so nice to meet you, and he put his hands together like this. And I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, you are not giving me that yoga ass, fake ass shit. So, bitch, I go, oh, the pleasure is all mine. Like, girl, I just be calling him out like that, like from the rip. I don't care no more. Girl, I'm just tired of people like that.
And, well, here's the thing. At least he said it, because I know plenty of people who will fuck around with you and pretend like they don't know who you are. This shit happens all the fucking time in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen it many fucking times. But you know what? Like I said, I'm just used to it. I'm like, girl, I don't care. At the same time, none of these bitches pay my bills. I'm not worried about none of that. Whatever is meant for me is meant for me. I don't try to rush anything. And I want everyone else to realize that. I want you to have that confidence to know that you are that bitch. Because as soon as you realize that, everyone, everything falls into place. I'm very big on manifesting and allowing everything to work how it's supposed to. Going with the fucking flow. Because at the end of the day, everything is going to work out. Just trust the fucking process. I say this every fucking time, and I just want you guys to know that.
And the process might seem daunting, or you may have not done whatever process that you need to do for what it is that you do or anything, but I'm telling you, just realize who you are. And if you really want to do something, set your mind to it and work at it. That's the thing. Like, you can't just like go out and tell people you do X, Y, and Z. Like, you have to be doing that shit too. Like, that is how you stay consistently booked and busy. If you are always doing the damn thing, then you don't got to worry about whether or not you're booked.
No, exactly. And I'm just thinking about, like, when just my whole entire time living here in LA, just from like where I started back when it was mentioned in my first episode with my roommate, and then also too, like, working in the restaurant industry and working with some of these crazy ass people. And bitch, I'm gonna have to do another story on when I worked at Shaquille O'Neal restaurant downtown. Bitch, that place was so ghetto, and the people I worked.
You gotta tell me about that.
Oh, girl! First off, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. So, you know, I'm good for. I always try to name people. I give people names, like the butler, who I mentioned in the last episode, and people like reached out to me. They were like, "Bitch, we know who the butler is." Everyone calls him that because it's his name. Mama say my ass, bitch. He just a fucking mess. Like,
that is his name. Shit, I call him that too.
Exactly. Shout out to you, butler. I'm mentioning you again. You know I don't give no fucks.
Shout out, Butler. You fucking ass kissing ass bitch.
Exactly. Kissing fucking people ass. Like, girl, I've never done that. And he's still there just complaining all the fucking time. Like, girl, no one has time for that. So let me give you a little bit of backstory, like when I worked at Shaquille's. So Shaquille's was so ghetto, bitch. The restaurant, by the way, closed down during the pandemic because they were making money because I don't know. It just was a mess. The people who were running that place was running that place a mess. So a few people we had working there. So we had all kind of characters, bitch, because Vinny was working there with me. We had churches. I gave this girl her name. I gave her churches that. Oh my God, I'm not talking right. I gave her the name Churches because she used to work at Church's Chicken. Then I gave another bitch named. I gave her, what was it? Set It Off. Because she looked like Queen Latifah from Set It Off. You seen that movie, right?
Oh, bitch.
She literally just looked just like her. Bitch.
Yes, I have seen that. And bitch.
Everyone.
She looked just like Queen.
You look just like Queen. She was like, stop calling me that. I was like, bitch, you look just like her. Then we had another girl who was suing the fucking place, and she was suing all these restaurants, lying and saying that she had allergies. She had told me, and this bitch was crazy. She was telling me that every year she was having at least 2 lawsuits going on because she wanted income coming in. I'm like, girl, you're going to get your karma. You're doing a little bit too much.
Girl, bye. Get a job.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And then, so we had that. And then we also had this. What'd you say? It cut out.
I said all she be doing is wasting taxpayer money.
I'm telling you, but I'm like, girl, go ahead and collect your bag. I'm like, I'm not quoting on that. I see her she be posting on Facebook and seeing her post, bitch. She sounds crazy. She's always complaining about something. So we also, when I worked there, we had another girl who worked there. I called her linebacker. Reason why I call this bitch linebacker because the bitch looked like she played for the football team. And the bitch gave me attitude. Me and her got into it. She really wanted to be a manager. And guess what happened, everyone? They made her a fucking manager. And guess what? That didn't stop my mouth, bitch, because I was going back and forth with her. I'm like, bitch, I am not the one. And she eventually, she's working at Doolin's, the soul food restaurant. I'm like, of course this fat ass bitch is working at a soul food restaurant because she loves to eat. Because I saw the bitch during the pandemic when I was there. Bitch, she wouldn't recognize me anyways. But it's just like the principal part. We also had a girl work there. I called her Loose Pussy. Because the bitch pussy was hella loose. You could stick 2 fists in her bitch and literally and won't have no issues. Girl, it was a hot ass mess working at this place. We had all these fucking creatures working there. They fired the fucking head chef, this big black guy. He made really good food, but they fired his ass. Then we had this girl working there looking like Edna for The Incredibles. She had this sharp fucking hairstyle. It was like going to the side.
Oh,
bitch.
hell no.
Girl, she looked just like Edna for The Incredibles.
Bitch, I'm fucking dead.
She was a bitch too, girl.
Edna.
She was a bitch. I'm telling you, a mess. Like, place. But I will give it to them. The food was really good. But other than that, the people who worked there, I was always getting into with somebody. I'm like, God damn, it was not worth the money. Sometimes it was good and sometimes it wasn't. But the people we worked with, I'm like, they were just hiring anyone. We had this manager named Robert, and he was just hiring everyone. He was like, oh, especially for a server. He was like, oh, you worked at Church's Chicken. You're more than qualified. Hire. You worked at Popeyes. Hire. Bitch, I'm like, you just hiring anyone at this fucking point, bitch. Anyone. Might as well just work at Burger King.
Pussy. Hired.
I know, girl. And not only that, a lot of people were like fucking around with each other. Like, it was just a mess. A hot-ass mess. Everyone was broke working there. There was no money there. It was no fucking money. I was like, girl, that was a struggle. I never want to go back to that lifestyle. Absolutely not. I will be hustling to the day I fucking die.
I feel like Shaq just got so much money. He just be doing side quests like it's a video game and shit, bitch. Like, that motherfucker got so much money, he don't gotta be serious about a damn thing.
Not at all. And what's so crazy about it is, so the manager who's running things was just asshole. He ended up quitting, and they brought in another manager. His name was Freddie. Freddie, I loved him. He was like Asian. He loved me and Benny. Like, he would tell me all the time. He was like, I want you guys to drive down to Vegas with me. I'm like, Freddie, you can't handle this. Get on somewhere. Like,
okay.
This old Asian guy, like, girl, get out of here. You cannot handle this at all. But he was such a sweetheart. I did like him. I ran into him during the pandemic. He's working at Shaq's restaurant in Glendale. So I don't know if he's still there or what happened, but he had told me he had confirmed. Huh?
I said, okay, nice. That place is good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know, bitch, this fucking lag. I'm like, I'm going to have to figure that shit out. I don't know why it keeps lagging. That's why I'm trying not to talk over you, because I'm like, I don't want to seem like that fucking host that's talking over everyone. But Freddie had confirmed that.
Okay, wait, bitch. No, I'm
kidding. Shut up. But Freddie had confirmed that Shaquille O'Neal restaurant had closed down. But the food was good. They replaced it with another soul food restaurant now. And apparently they copied the menu. I'm like, girl, can you get something original? People love copying people. That's just like Hollywood right now. Everything is like everyone's just coming up with remakes. Can we come up with anything original? Bitch, give me a show. I can come up with something.
Dude, oh my God. That reminds me of when I would come home from work and motherfuckers would have my clothes on and shit. And I'd be like, that's my look.
Bitches you were living with was... Wait a minute, Matt. People you were living with was wearing your clothes?
Yes, bitch. I came home from work and this motherfucker had my whole bitch. I was like, can you not? Like, I was going to wear that outfit tonight. Now I can't because your nasty ass had my clothes on and I'm going to have to fucking put that shit in a fire because ain't nothing washing that stank out.
Girl, what? Let me guess who was it? Chavez? Okay, so bitch, I'm like, you know how I am. I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna get out the real truth. I'm like, I'm messy as hell when it come down to that. First off, can she fit in your clothes?
Bitch, that's why
Like, girl, I was like, can she fit in your clothes? And girl, you know what? Let me be nice because bitch, I could be a fucking mess when it come down to that. I'm like, but you know damn well you cannot fit in these clothes. So why are you sitting here trying to get in clothes you can't fit in? Like, it makes no sense to me at all. If I ever saw a bitch wearing my clothes, I'm like, bitch, get out of it. You can't fit in this. You'll never look as good as me wearing it.
bitch,
So stop it.
my mesh?
Exactly.
My fucking mesh, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like,
it was kind of like mesh like this.
yes, bitch. I'm like, what is you doing wearing that?
Girl. No. And you walking out looking like that. And you know that you know they probably stand in probably a one bedroom and there's like 5 of them in there. Like, I don't understand how 5 people can stay in a one bedroom. I get it. It's LA.
My thing is this, like, I'm about body positivity, but like,
Hey.
I'm also very avid as far as like, you need to know what works and what doesn't work. Like,
Absolutely.
bitch, I'm a thick bitch. I won't deny it. I'm thickums in the right places. But I understand what works for me and what doesn't. And there be some people that don't know that. And y'all need to take notes.
No, exactly. And here's the thing. That's what be pissed me off sometimes. When I try to go into like the store and I'm like looking for my size, bitch, I can never find extra small because all the bitches who cannot wear it are trying to buying it. Like that. And then also too, like even at times when I'm trying to find a small, it's the same fucking thing. Like, I just don't understand it. Wear shit that fits you. Because not everything looks good on everybody. On me, yes. But not everyone else, bitch.
No. You have to know your body. Look, I don't care about none of this like new year, new me stuff, whatever. Like, I don't be paying attention to my body just in January. You know what I mean? Like, you have to like be comfortable with yourself and know yourself the whole fucking year. Right? You need to know what looks good on you, what doesn't look good on you. And the things that you wore last year might not look as good on you now. So, bitch, if you're not doing something about it, don't be still trying to wear the same ass clothes. Like, elevate your look. Your look should be changing you. Like, what the hell?
Girl, that's just like, remember that movie White Chicks?
Yes, I do.
Bitches wearing things that don't even fit them and their legs like going like this. Bitch, stop trying to wear shit you cannot fit. I'm like, exactly what you said about body positivity. Just wear shit that fits you. So I don't understand it. You know, it's so many things we can go on and on about, but it annoys the hell out of me at times.
It annoys me too. And the thing about that as well is like when people like who look really good be like, oh, I'm fat, or like, oh, I look like shit or whatever because they can't fit in them small clothes they can't fit in anymore. But it's like, you look fucking good. Like, shut your ass the fuck up and just figure it out. Stop calling yourself ugly because you're not. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, that shit really annoys me.
Well, it's true, exactly. And here's the thing, though. You got to learn how to have that confidence. Because if you don't have it, it's just literally going to just take everything to the left. And we're trying to get you in the center, honey. We're not trying to get you to the left. I usually use that term. My friend Jay, he hates it when I use that term, sweetheart, because every time I use that word, you know I'm pissed off. Because I'm always, when I use it, I'm always fucking people out.
Mine is like, okay, bitch. And I like do this like whole like head shake and then like with the brows and everything, but
girl, shady fucking moments. And you know, soon as I post this episode, you know, some of the people that we used to hang out with, they're gonna see this. You know they're gonna see this. And you know what? At the end of the day, exactly. You know, at the end of the day, we don't give a fuck. We're doing really well. We're striving while these bitches are still in one spot.
This is the first time I've even like talked about any of them since I moved.
Same. Like, they're irrelevant.
Like, if you want to keep running your mouth, then go ahead. But like, I just want to let you know I'm doing fine without talking, without mentioning, or anything
And
to do with your ass.
exactly, everyone, I am doing amazing too. Just look at me. I'm doing flawless. So yeah, bitch, I'm like, this episode had to happen. So I am so glad you came on this show today, bitch.
Yeah. I'm so
So,
happy to be a part of it. As soon as you said this, I was like, oh, I gotta get on and talk some shit.
oh, but you know what? I think we definitely need to do another episode too. I think this is just be a start. We definitely will plan for another
Oh, I'm
episode.
so down.
Yeah, bitch. I'm like, this is so much fun.
Oh, I'll come back. No worries, no problems at all.
Okay,
Yes.
bitch. Well,
And we have stories for days.
oh my god,
So
bitch. Yes,
y'all gonna have
sure.
to stay tuned for that.
Yes, you have to stay tuned. I think the next episode that I'm going to have, I'm going to mention something that a lot of people don't know, bitch. When I say this person might end up in jail because something happened to me when I was younger. So, bitch, y'all may want to stay tuned for this. This show is about to get hella fucking juicy. Trust me, bitch. Trust
Bitch, I'm
me.
texting you right after this.
Bitch. I tell you, bitch. You know, I'll tell your ass. Like yeah, everyone else, and you know, I'm the type of bitch. I will mention names. You know, I give no fuss at all. So,
Oh hell yeah. That's why I let
absolutely,
you do it this whole time.
girl, you know how messy I can be. But yeah, like I said before, I do want to thank you for coming on this show. I appreciate you taking up time, and this was wonderful.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having me on this. This was a lot of fun. I love airing some dirty laundry and spilling some tea, and you're my favorite one to do it with. So it only made sense to come on here.
You absolutely know, bitch. Okay, well, I am getting ready to close out the show. So, as I always say to everyone, get your life together, get your credit together, and clean that fucking house because we do not do roaches. Can we get a fucking man?
We don't want no roaches twerking. A fucking man, no roaches twerking in that kitchen or bathroom, bitch.
Yes. There we fucking go. We're all right, bitch. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.
Bitch, I love you too. I'll text you. Bye.
All right. Bye. See ya.
What's up with